Grand Horizon. I am Stardust Diamond. Thank you, Mother Earth, for being alive every day. Thank you for the roof and food and clothes. Thank you, God, Jesus, those who send those to help me through times. Amen. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I'm smart. I'm creative. I'm confident. I'm strong. I can adapt. I can grow my own garden. I can manifest a better Mother Earth. And I can treat others the way I want to be treated. So to be a peaceful Mother Earth. Amen. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining. Sending lots of love, light, healing, and protections to all. Thank you to all the mentors. Infinite Waters Real Smart, Cat Down the Road. Thank you, Ismail. Thank you to Gasper. Thank you to all the other mentors and all the beautiful souls that are constantly helping each other grow and get stronger on all of our chakras, of our emotions, of our journeys. And on our journeys, we just keep on not giving up, staying strong, and trying our best to our abilities to ignore these negatives. But we just gotta keep on going. Things may get rough, things may do stuff, happens. But overall, it will get better. But we just gotta continue to keep being strong in this matrix, in this illusion. And these energetic ones are constantly at us. They constantly, how they dragged all these country names, all these different religions, all these different color of skins. It's all illusion. It's just all to separate us. That's it. These people are in the program, and we gotta be one. One people, one race, one religion, one love. We're all the same on the inside. We all have hearts and organs and blood that flows through our systems. It's just people are all in this, looking on the outside, or in this program, they just judge on the people's appearance. They just assume what they are in their heads. That's just how this matrix is. A lot of these matrix people are still constantly learning that we need not to take stuff that's happened with us out on other people that have done nothing wrong. And then a lot of the people, the narcissists, and that, they just go straight to negative stuff. And their anger tones. And they just want to make you quiet. They don't want to hear what you got to say. They just get angry at any simple thing. And they talk down to you. Well, that's just their constant repeat, There's people that can change. But then there's other people that just stay in a repeat. That's just this illusion. Everybody's always on repeat every day. Repeat. It's like they rewind like a recorder, and then they go back. And they rewind and go back. Rewind and go back. They constantly do the same thing over and over and over because they're in this little bubble of theirs, in their illusion, not realizing they need to pop that bubble, that we have spiritual human beings. We have vibrations, which I can feel everything in vibrations. Everything's vibrations, everything's frequency to me. I feel the energies. And in this illusion of this matrix, a lot of them don't believe in that stuff. They get crazy. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, like, what other people think, okay? If they're going to be negative, they can go walk out the door, okay? Just walk out the door. If they got nothing nice to say, they shouldn't say anything at all. We need to uplift us brothers and sisters. But in this, as one of my mentors called them, the cabal, one of them called them the inorganic ones. I like the inorganic ones, but that's the negative people, the governments, the liberals, all those people who people think they look up to. The reason why they pretend to say, oh, we're going to fix this and we're going to this and that. No, they're not going to do any of that. They already have their agenda. Everything's all written. They're already do what they want to do. They just drag things on. Just like with those beautiful, about 300 or 400 beautiful ostrich birds in this Illusion, Canada, BC, I think. I forget directly where it is. But they wouldn't let the people get their regular other people to verify that these birds are sick or healthy. These inorganic ones just wanted to get rid of them. They didn't care about all this. They dragged it on so these people can stay on lower vibrations, being upset and that. And they kept dragging it and dragging it and dragging it. The people here in Canada, the government, we have the cabal, the bad people in here in this Illusion, Canada, right? No, we do. This is why, okay, I'm going to continue with the birds. And they decided to put, these haze all over the place, cover the fences, make these beautiful brothers and sisters in pain, and, praying. I prayed and prayed and prayed for them. But the inorganic ones just ended all their lives. Sorry, it makes me really upset. And it's unfortunately what they did. They made up that they had this bird flu, which they did not. They were healthy birds. They have no right to do it. They will get their karma for doing it. Justice will be served to all that was involved in doing the negative thing. That's all I have to say to that. It will come to them. Those were healthy, beautiful birds, and they did deserve to live. But it's unfortunate that these people, when I first woke up, it was hard and I was angry. And then I went to this gathering with all these beautiful brothers and sisters that were awakened. And then one of them told me, one of the gentlemen, that incident that happened with the Holocaust. Unfortunate with all that war thing that happened with the Jews and those are the inorganic ones. And that's what I'm going to call them. Everybody knows. Those guys went over and pretended to be Jews, and that's how they got all these roles of all around the world, trying to dictate everybody, tried to give them digital ID. No, we're not doing digital ID. We don't want track and trace. You know, they got all this program, and then they have their puppets. The police are the puppets. Because the police are the puppets. Because I say that because in here, as they've done this, the same thing they do in different ways all over the place. And they're continuing, these people who do stuff to these children, they're just letting them out of jail, they're not giving them the justice that we deserve to put those people who did do things to children and to other people. And people are starting to see the truth of how these people run these things, because these people do stuff. Of course, they also do things, and they do stuff to the little wee ones too. That's why they're letting these people get away. The movie stars, people think, on movies, the program TV, a lot of them, majority of them, do stuff the same. They all should be locked up. You know, once the truth comes out. But like everything's the ads, the TVs, the video games, everything, all of it is all programmed. The music should be played at 432 hertz, not 440 hertz, right? 432 hertz, and then when you play some of the songs in reverse, you'll hear the negative messages in them. It's all about people like knowing their knowledge, doing their research, right? But a lot of other people don't want to listen. They just want to shut off. And those inorganic ones, right? That were responsible for what happened to those unfortunate people, those Jews. My son, in this program school, what do I see in a book? This history book, his story, their program stories. You know, thanks to Infinite Waters for that, for this history thing. And that's where I get that off of. And he was doing his homework, and in his book, there was that dude that everybody knows what I'm talking about. I put it book flat down on the table, and I said, "What is that doing there?" See, these program schools are teaching about these false things, these histories and stuff. They're not telling the truth about things. Excuse me. Sorry. It's just a constant back and forth. You know, I love my son so much. I love my son over the moon, to the earth, beyond. And it's just, unfortunately, he's kind of stuck with some of the stuff in this program. But, you know, I keep praying for another mentor or some other people to help guide him, because he's not listening to me. You know, he gets really upset when I do things. But, you know, the inorganic ones, like, you know, get your little, like, whatever flu thing. No, thank you. No, never. Get that away from me. It's my body, not yours. The inorganic ones have put something in there that's not good for people. It's not to help, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinions. Alright, like, no, I'm not getting that, because when I was 20-something years old, I was working in this program. I was, like everybody else here, I was in the deep sleep, okay? It was being awake for about 6 years, thank you to Infinite Waters for all smart, thank you, and the cat down the road, always gratitudes. You know, but I was working in this Tim Hortons, all these franchises that are run from these inorganic ones. I was working in there and I thought, because I'm working and everybody's getting sick, this is the thing that they want us to keep thinking, right? I'll get it, right? And I got it then, and then I got really, really sick for like 2-3 weeks. I couldn't even eat toast or drink anything or keep anything down. I was just down on the couch. I got like one of the top main 4, and I'm thinking, this is supposed to help me. This is supposed to not get me sick. Why am I sick for this? And then everything started going wrong with me ever since. I just will never touch anything from the government or anything from what they're trying. Ever, never again. I do not trust them. And as long as us brothers and sisters are keeping strong, are not complying, are continuing showing up and defending the others that need help and picking up and being kind and helping others, and always gratitude to everybody who continuing on helping everybody as much as they can, because everybody in their own way are going through some horrendous stuff. It's just a lot of us are in this thinking that we're suffering and all this. We're not. We're going through this lesson. It feels like that. Yes, it does. But a lot of these inorganic ones, right? Like the gentleman, the inorganic one up front, I call him an NPC person. He just does the same thing over and over and over. He thinks, I'm going to put my camera up in the window and follow ya. I'm going to be a creep and put my blinds a little bit, so I can see you. Or like slowly put them up. Just because he's in his delusional world and he thinks he can just constantly do that all the time. But that's all he does. He's got nothing better to do. He watches the program TV. He drinks the alcohol, which is not good for you. Especially it's not good for your livers or anything by means. And he's constantly just doing his negative thing. He's like, has like attachment of negative on him. He's just the way this program is. They just do the same things over and over and over and over. The same tactics. The one neighbor just beeps their horn all the time. The other one throws their... So they just keep doing it over and over and over. It's just, it's just like when in this program world, I'm trying to figure out how to make more money, and I'm going to start figuring out to do things to make money, because I want to stop doing the beer cans and it's really getting hard on me, on my body, because you got to keep riding my bike, and I got to keep going and trying to gather up to get the amount that I need to try to get. And then you got all these other negative people, these matrix, get all angry and stuff, and then especially the scooter guy who keeps doing the same thing over and over and over. Just as much as you try to ignore these things, these people just keep on doing the same thing. Just let them be, because I will never do that kind of stuff to them. And I was doing my cans and stuff on my 3rd day, and this lady in the black van pulled up behind me. I heard some negative talk, right? And my stomach felt really sick. It was a very strong negative energy. I mean, more like a reptilian negative energy. It was bad. And she was like all upset at me because I got to a bin before her, and she started calling me names, and I ignored it, because you know what, these negative people, they're always gonna like just say names. But once people realize, like, you know, whatever you say, you're saying it to yourself. No matter what you say, words are like spells. But people will realize one of these days. But she got all upset, and then I'm like, oh, there's that other bin I usually get, right? So she was at another, like, I was already on the street, and she negative. She go look at this other bin, which I knew nothing was in it. And then I ran to the other bin, and I got there before her. She hopped in her van, she spilled her wheels, went around the corner, come around the corner, and she attacked me. She attacked me. She was calling me names, saying lies. No, see, she called, I can't, okay, I'll say, you know, there's lots of cracks in the sidewalks, right? And then there's a lot of people that have, like, round, like, their heads on top of it, like, there's their heads, and people have heads, right? Just put two and two together there. That's the bad thing she said to me, alright? I'm not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am not. And she tried to say that I went on people's properties, they had videotapes, which is not true. Not true. I like to see your evidence. You're not the police, but I like to see your evidence, because I never go on anybody's properties. I have never gone on anybody's properties without their permission. I have permission from certain people that like me to specifically get the stuff. They give me permission, and they already know. Okay, it's just, this lady is just one of those, I swear, she's like a reptilian, but I don't know. But she's quite negative to come around the corner and attack me and try to jump me. And then after she tried to attack me and get me and hit me and then try to jump me, I grabbed her, and we got thrown, both of us went down to the ground, and she landed on my chest. And then she got up, and then the neighbors of the house got out, and they were standing up for me. They were telling her that I've been coming there for a long time. I have never been on any of their properties. She says that she put stuff out for me, and she told the lady that she has a van, and why, because they saw everything that's happening. And then when the lady left, I dropped to the ground because my chest, I was having a hard time breathing. Like every time I breathe, it was like a pain in my chest. And it's continuing. There's still a pain. That's why I'm having if you guys can hear it, but I've been having a hard time speaking. And I'm still having a hard time breathing because on my right hand side, it feels on underneath my ribs there. It is a pain every time I breathe. And then my right hand arm is in pain. It's like a constant pain that I've been going through since Thursday. And it's hard. I can only sleep on my left hand side. And it's hard for me to always just breathe. And I'm still having a hard time, but I think I'll eventually get better. It's just these organic ones like to send people after us. So just stay strong, okay? I'm gonna be okay. I didn't tell my son what happened. I just tell him that I fell because I don't want him to know about that. You know, that's why I'm desperate to like just stop doing what I'm doing, because these crazy lunatics You know, I don't do anything wrong. I continue and just clean after myself, try to be quiet, just get and leave. That's what I basically try to do, and I try to avoid, but these negatives keep trying to attack me. Keep trying, right? But we're all on this journey, you guys, together, and you know, we're all going through this crazy stuff. Hi, Midnight. You want to say hi to everybody? Just thank everybody for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and leaving beautiful messages. Let me watch his tail. I think he's looking at the birds. Oh, yeah, there's the other birds. I did clean up the bird feeders and got the birds all done up. I gotta take down my greenhouse. Unfortunately, the plastic ripped at the top there, and I gotta bring in my kale and stuff, and I gotta get this emptied. My patio swing there, I'm gonna put plastic wrap over that today. I did shovel there, and I got the bike and the trolley back there. I put the bike in the shed. I cleaned that shed, and I cleaned the other shed over there and got the shovels out. And trying to keep up with the house and clean up everything. Let's see, I shoveled the driveway. I did. It's all down there to the road. Just shoveled the one area where the driveway. It is pretty cold and snowing. Oh, I got some water boiling here. Oh, nice and warm. It's really cold out there. And I like to show you guys, I did start cleaning up on this basement. Yeah, it's nice. All right. I did. I know it's going to be a little bit dark, but see, it's a lot better, you guys. A lot better. I just got to go through all this stuff, all these boxes, and that stuff. Like this is mainly probably toys. This corner here is toys. All right, and this is my brother who passed away a long time ago. Kevin's truck, his toy truck. I'm keeping that. I got 3 litter boxes now. How somebody else asked me how's the process with cats. The cats are Midnight's fine. Midnight's he's easygoing. He don't care much. It's the girls. All right. You know, we did get them together yesterday, but we put Midnight in the big crate. I had the girls and the other stuff in the crates and bag, and then we took the girls out, and then they both hissed at sorry, I'm still in pain here. Oh goodness. They both the fan's on, everybody. Get that off. It's cold. They both hissed at him. Say hello, Nala. My baby girls. There's my other baby. Say hi, Miley. They both hissed at Midnight. They did. They both hissed at him. But I guess the son looked up this way of introducing the cats. So we just got them to stop hissing and played string with Miley and the laser red light with Nala. Look at her nails. Jesus. Oh. And gave her some food. Kept them kind of distracted of not hissing. And then the son laid beside Hunter. I mean, not Hunter. Oh, what did I say Hunter for? I don't know. Somebody think about that in their heads because that just came out of my mouth. All right, midnight. Yes, I can hear people. I can read people. And it doesn't matter where you are. It's just highly empath. But midnight. Or you put Midnight in the big crate, and he stayed in there for a little bit. And these girls, at least they got their face to face more, without really hissing all the time. Yes. Oh, they are good girls. They're very sweet. They're smart, and they do understand, and they do a really good job. It's just, it's gonna take a bit. Just like I said, it took about 3 months for these two. These two are both in crates and hissing at each other and pawing at each other and in there, and then eventually these two are like two peas in the pie, man. They're just clean each other, sleep with each other, they're sweet with each other. It's just a process that they got to get used to their new brother, because we got 3 kitty cats now. 3, not just the 2, you girly girls. See, they're so sweet together. There you go, babies. Right? Sweet. Yeah. Oh, see? Stretch. Yawn. And that's it I have to do for my cleaning, because you guys can come out soon. Just give me a sec, alright? I need to eat something. Everything is just really frustrated, because I keep thinking, it's supposed to be the good time period, and the new earth is coming in, and they're taking care of all these negatives, all these clones, with a lot of the real people that were negatives taken out, but they clone, and they're getting the clone, and then they're constantly trying to continue with their negative until everything starts happening, right? The solar flash and the truth. People need to realize they never landed on the moon. And everything they do in the recording is they do it on Earth to do, basically telling lies to the people. Once people keep doing their research, like Elvis Presley is still alive, but he's under a different name. It's because he faked his passing because the negatives were going after him. And a lot of these certain people that passed away are not really passed away. People will know the truth then. Oh, you guys. I'm going to have to let you guys go for now. I need to take a break. I'll get better. Thanks. Alright, you guys have the most beautiful, blessed both day or night wherever you are. I'm really proud of you. Don't give up. Keep going. We are strong. We can get through this together. Sprinkle some stardust, and bye for now. Oh, sorry. Trying to do this with one hand. Just gonna go some Stardust, and bye for now.